Hello everyone, I'm a bit emotional. I'm in love, okay? I'm in love. Her name's Chris. I think she likes this guy called Kai. Kai's a dick. He's probably in love with his mother, and it's just super weird. And I like Chris, okay? And I've been talking to a friend about it, and I've been trying to get advice to try and get over Chris, because I don't know whether she's gonna like me, but I just can't get over Chris. And I'm fucking furious, okay? Because look at some of the texts that my friend has sent to me in regards to Chris.
Chris is grim, flashing her pants in the alley. She's so clingy and jealous too.
Yeah, I'm in love with Chris, okay? I think she's the one, and she's been on my mind a lot. I dream about her, and to get those messages from somebody who I thought was a friend, get the fuck out of my life. My life is for Chris and me. Fuck Kai, fuck Sophie, fuck his mother. In fact, that's extremely rude, so I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm in love, okay? I think she's beautiful. She's got beautiful blue eyes. I love her hair, I love her body, I love her thighs. Chris is the waifu, okay? But enough of that. It's Tomboys Need Love 2 time. Enjoy. Welcome back, everyone. It's Tomboys Need Love 2 time. If you remember rightly, last time we did meet Sophie, finally. Finally time for lunch. I would love to go to lunch with this girl. What would she eat? How would I treat a girl like this to lunch? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what she would like. Come on, Kai, open it, open it. Yeah, I'm getting there. Why are you so excited about my lunch anyway? Don't you have your own food to eat? Me and her would share the Lady and the Tramp spaghetti and meatball thing. And we'd kiss. You know what they say? What's yours is mine, and what's mine is also mine. Ooh, I like that bossy attitude. That's not how that saying goes. Whatever, just open it already, I'm starving. Oh no, it's not moi. Mum went all out today. Oh no, is that, whoa. Mum went all out today. Fried chicken, rice, cherry tomato, spring rolls? Geez, that's a big lunch. Then again, he's a big dude, he looks pretty good shape, you know. She must have known you were going to mooch off me. Oh hush, just dig in already. This is good. It's weird though, the chicken in particular tastes different than how my mum usually makes it. Does it taste bad? No, I'm not saying that. If anything, it tastes better than usual. Really? Hehe, you don't say. Chris made it. I can see it now. Chris began to rub the back of her head with her hands as her face turned red. Oh, I'm getting flustered. Wait a minute, you made this? That's right. Amazing, aren't I? Doesn't this make you see me in a whole new light? Well, no. I wasn't going to go that far. I mean, I was in love with her anyway. The fact that she can cook is perhaps cool. Though it does raise the question of just how long you were at my house before I woke up. She managed to make spring rolls, fried chicken, rice, blah, 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 blah. I bet she was watching Kai sleep. What an idiot. She's the girl. She can cook. I like to cook. We could cook for each other. We could cook together. Once school finally came to an end, Chris and I quickly left the building and headed on our way. Forget being an honest student, my grades can go down the toilet for all I care. Whoa, it's the first day back and you've already returned to your usual self. He can't live up to Chris's expectations. He promises he's gonna do his homework, gonna be a model student. Chris, he's a loser. Why does life have to be so hard? Life is easy, you just aren't trying hard enough. Life is right in front of you, pal. Your future is right in front of you, pal. Is that right? Alright then, how would you proceed? Exactly as I suggested. I'd see what jobs are in demand and then browse job listings in those kind of fields. Though it helps if you already have something in mind, even a vague idea would be good. Like working on video games? He's a loser! Are you gonna take this seriously or not? I am being serious. What's wrong with wanting to make video games? But he wants to make hentai games. He's gonna make Mario vs. the Rabbids. Simple games can be made without too much difficulty, but the kinds of games you play, they take years to make and cost millions of dollars to produce. and they get released unfinished, and then they keep getting patched, and then you get a full price game, and then you think it's finished and you pay £50, and then a week later there's a DLC announced, then the season pack, and all it is because the disc isn't finished, and a lot of the content already exists on the disc. Hey mom, good afternoon you two, have fun at school. What kind of joke is that? You know that Wait a minute, what do you mean you two? Oh Kai, don't be silly. Yeah, Kai, listen to your mother. Oh, Chris, what are you doing here? You live next door, remember? Oh, silly boy. Indeed, what a silly child. Stop calling me that. If you're going to insult me, at least add in a little bit of variety. Oh my, Kai got angry. He did. Grrr, you two. Si, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to my room. Oh, honey, don't be like that. Yeah, Kai, we're just teasing. Fine, can I at least get a sensible answer then? Why are you both acting as though Chris lives here? Chris moved in. Did Chris move in? Did Chris move in? Please, I need to know. I need to know. Please, yes. A little bit of practice is okay, isn't it? I'm sure you'll be living together soon enough. Oh my gosh. Oh, mother, you are the worst. Mother, you can't call him. Oh, Chris will be staying with us for a week. I don't remember that. You will? Yep, my parents are overseas for work, so I'm staying here until they return. Oh, right. I'll be imposing it on you for another week, so take good care of me. After putting my backpack down and flopping down on my bed, I gazed up at the ceiling for a moment and immersed myself in thought. We have such a nice, organised room. Are Chris's parents really okay with us sleeping under the same roof as a teenage boy? God, you're not a rapist, man. What the hell's wrong with me? Chris is just one of the guys. She's gonna crack a cold one with the boys. Hell, she's more masculine. That is so rude. Why am I thinking about her like this? I love Chris. I thought back to earlier in the day when Chris hugged my arm. It was only momentarily, but I did feel Chris's chest pressed up against me. Even now, the memory of that brief moment was vivid in my mind. Oh, how pathetic. All she did was hug me, and suddenly I'm thinking about Chris like she's Sophie. Yeah, you stick with Sophie, buddy. Chris is mine. I shook my head and turned around, walking towards the shower. She's gonna sneak in the shower. Forget it, I'm probably just overthinking this whole thing and mistaking friendship for love anyway. There's no way I could really fall for my best friend. Oh, so this is what Chris looks like when he's just gotten out of the shower. His skin all pink and puffy. Are you going to bathe here, Chris? I didn't see you bring any clothes with you, so I figured you were going to home to bathe. I'm not sure. Your mother said I could borrow some of your clothes, so I was thinking I'd just shower here and just wear those. I shot my mother a bemused glare. First she invited Chris to stay here without consulting me, then she gave her my breakfast, and now she's lending Chris my clothes. Why not? You're about the same size anyway, so save yourself a trip home. I don't think they're the same size at all. It's alright with you, isn't it, Kai? Yeah, sure, Chris can borrow my clothes. You don't mind? I only live next door, so I can quickly go over and grab something to get changed into. No, it's fine. Really, you're okay with this? You won't get some kind of perverse thrill from seeing a girl wear your clothes, will you? Not if she's as masculine as you. Oof, how harsh. By the time this week is over, there's no way you'll be able to think of me as a guy anymore. Oh! Leaving behind those foreboding words, Chris started walking upstairs and entered the bathroom. Little did she know that as I watched her skirt sway behind her, Chris was already well on the way to becoming a woman in my eyes. Oh boy, this is hot. Oh my god, here she is, the bear. Look at that face. I walked downstairs and entered the kitchen. Before going for a morning shower, I figured I would grab something to eat, so I looked around, hoping to find my mother cooking. But as I entered the kitchen, the presence I discovered was not that of my mother. Yo, Kai, breakfast is ready. You awake yet? No, he's asleep. He is fast asleep. This looks good. Smells good too. What are these, Mom? My mother smirked and looked away. Chris made them. How should I know? Huh? They're bacon and egg muffins with coconut flour pancakes on the side. That's a big breakfast. Okay, I looked over at Chris, who was still fidgeting restlessly, then back to the food. See, I don't believe she would fidget in such a way. I think she's got quite a strong personality. I think they've miswrote the character here, unless it's just the development. Are these characters more than 2D? Whether I was prepared to believe it or not, I needed to accept reality. Chris, you made this, didn't you? Without saying a word, Chris nodded meekly. Then the girl I saw earlier Really was. Oh, would you look at the time? You two need to hurry up and finish breakfast. Anyway, before I stayed over yesterday, the same could be said for me. I'd never even cleaned my own clothes or cooked for another person before. Lies. You can't be that good of a cook, Chris, without never doing it before. That's why I'm using this week to level up my housewife skills and learn how to become independent. They're not housewife skills, they're just skills. You're not going to be a housewife, you're going to be a glorious partner to me. Is that right? I think some people might be offended by you calling those housewife skills. Yes, but otherwise you make a valid point. Kai's getting it. He respects women. And imagine how great a man I'll become when I date Sophie. What a prick. Fucking forget Sophie, man. The girl's right in front of you, the girl of your dreams. But at that point, this was impossible. The gap between you is too big. Thinking any differently is a mistake and it will only hurt you. Yeah, maybe you're right. It's probably a bit late to begin courting. It's probably a bit late to begin courting anyone from the academy, let alone an individual I barely share thoughts with. No, I wouldn't go that far, Kai. Who says courting? Who says courting in this day and age, apart from my grandmother? There's a lot of life lessons in this game. I think any young or old individual who idolizes somebody that they're into, there's lessons here. What do you mean? You haven't heard any of the rumours about her? Sophie may be... Oh, it's getting serious. The music stopped. Sophie may be eye candy for us, but a lot of the girls in our grade hate her. Apparently she's a type to sleep around, especially with other girls' boyfriends. Oh, is that why Ellie and her boyfriend broke up? In fact, I've already heard people saying she's the reason why Ellie and her boyfriend broke up in the first place. I fucking knew it. You're kidding, right? There's no way that's true. Sophie isn't like that. How would you know? I just do, okay? Dan sighed and looked at me with pity. Look, I know they're just rumours, but it's not like you actually know her that well, right? Keep an open mind, that's all I'm saying. Shit. It's getting tense. Say, Chris, have you ever heard any rumours about Sophie? Are you kidding me, Kai? You barely acknowledge my existence, and then the first thing you ask me is about that girl! Go to hell! Chris, please. I know you don't want to talk about her, but I'm thinking about something a friend of mine said all lesson. So we either talk now, or you won't shut up about her until I do. Okay, so here's the thing. Dan was telling me that the girls in our grade all hate Sophie because they think that she's been going around seducing their boyfriends. Is that true? Well, I don't know if she really has been doing that, but I've certainly heard some of my friends saying stuff like that. I see, so there's no actual proof or anything. Oh, come on, Kai, don't do this. Don't do what? Torture yourself. Either the rumours are true and you'll be heartbroken, or they're false and you'll get angry at the people spreading them. Yeah, whatever, just remember one thing. If the roles of Sophie and I were reversed, she'd never do something like this for you. So about Sophie, jeez, don't waste any time, do you? You could have at least pretended to be happy to see me. I'm sorry to say this, Kai, but the girls I spoke to all shared a similar opinion of Sophie. She steals other girls' boyfriends to get under their skin, then dumps the guys as soon as she's done with them. All of her boyfriends have just been superficial partners she used for her own agenda. She's a bad person, Kai. You can't trust her. So that's what the girls say about Sophie. I thought she was popular and that everyone loved her, but the truth is, they all talk about her behind her back, spreading vile rumours. Kai, don't say it, Chris, please. Until I see it with my own eyes, or hear it straight from her mouth, I'll choose to believe that Sophie is a good person. But I can't help it, that's just how I feel. You know, people often ask me what I see in a guy like you. You're not smart or charismatic. You have no goals, no money, no path for a future. You may joke around a lot, but underneath that facade of sarcasm and humour, you're a sweet, kind person who believes in others. And whether that makes you a naive idiot or not, it's one of the things I love most about you. Oh, that's really sweet. Removing Sophie from the picture for a moment, perhaps Chris is the one I should be devoting more time and my thoughts to. Yes! Only a few rooms away from mine, Chris would be... Yes, that ought to do it. A strange laugh escaped my mouth as my lips curled up into a sinister smile. He's not going to peep, is he? I subconsciously started reliving the sensation of Chris's soft chest pressing against me. My mind was filled with questions about the female body, Chris's in particular. I wanted to see. He can't do this. Chris has already complained that I didn't see her as a girl. If this doesn't convince her that I do, then nothing will. Oh my God, do not do this at home. Do not do this anywhere. though I briefly thought that I knew that I couldn't let Chris spot me. No matter how much control my lower body had gained over me, I wasn't about to let a perverse impulse sully our relationship. I had to be stealthy. Carefully tiptoeing through the hallway, I quickly made sure my mother was still preoccupied downstairs. Then I crept right up to the bathroom door and pressed my ear up against it, listening for signs of life. Inside I could hear Chris humming to herself. All that stood between us was the door with no lock. This is it. This is it. Behind this door was Chris, naked and unsuspecting. I can do this. I can do this. You shouldn't do this. You should not do this, people. I nervously reached for the doorknob with one hand while steadying my arm with the other. I placed my fingers on the doorknob and twisted it. And finally... Can I put this on YouTube? I don't know. There was Chris. Phew, much better. How did I get so sweaty just walking home? It wasn't that hot outside today. With the door barely open an inch, I peeked through the small gap, the bathing figure within. Chris stood under the steady stream of water, completely naked and clearly visible. Her eyes remained tightly shut as she washed her face and while running her fingers through her hair to remove the remaining shampoo. Come to think of it, I didn't bring any deodorant with me either. I hope he gets busted and gets wrong and gets arrested. I could borrow some from Kai, but the last thing I want is for him to say that I even smell like a boy. Maybe I should just make a trip back home after all. What am I thinking? It doesn't matter what I smell like. Kai is too thick to notice anyway. Stupid Kai. Who cares what a guy like that thinks? Even if he doesn't like me like that. After washing her stomach and her arms and armpits, Chris rubbed her hands on the bar of soap. With both her palms soapy, Chris put the bar down and placed her hands on her chest. Chris closed her eyes as her soapy palms grasped at her chest. A faint moan escaped Chris's lips as her fingers dug into her skin, forcefully kneading her soft breasts. Who needs an idiot like that anyway? He'll never understand how I feel. He doesn't even try. So why? The soap quickly washed away from Chris's hands. Even so, she continued to massage her breasts, putting force into her fingers than I... putting more force into her fingers than I would dare. Should I ever be so lucky to touch her? Damn it, Kai. Why would you ever call me by my full name? Is that difficult for you to see me as a woman? I hate you so much. Ha! Despite her aggravated words, Chris's face portrayed obvious pleasure as her breathing grew more rapid. Coinciding with her elevated arousal, Chris finally removed one hand from her chest and began to move it lower. Right, we might have to stop it there. I think we may... Her hand slowly slid down her wet stomach until her fingertips reached her crotch. Chris lowered her gaze and stared Right, yeah, we can't play this on YouTube. This isn't meant to be here. Can we play this on YouTube? I don't know. No, we can't. This is too much. We're cutting it here. We're cutting it here. I don't know what I'll play next. And I kind of like these weird dating games. This is less about the choices and more about this. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I'll catch you all later. Bye.